trying to make.
Hey, so welcome everyone. Tonight is our meet and greet so that you can get to know our team just a little bit better. So we're excited to have you here, Diamond and Candace. So happy that y'all joined us.
Thank you for inviting me.
One thing that we like to do is we like to just kind of introduce ourselves from where we're all from, because one really cool thing about our team is we're from all over the place. And so it's really fun to see where everybody is from and how we all kind of met. So I'll go first. I am near Chicago. I'm in the suburbs of Chicago, Illinois. And I am a school social worker is my full-time job. So that's a little bit about me.
And I am from Austin, Texas area, and I do accounting and HR during the day and this in my spare time.
Oh, I go. I'm Candace. I'm from Santa Clarita, California. I work in insurance and medical insurance. I do grievance and appeals.
Awesome.
I'm Diamond. I'm from Sanford, Florida, and I'm a resident coordinator and a stay-at-home mom, and do a little bit of working in school, teaching sex ed too.
Nice.
Awesome. You want to go first tonight, Tanya? Do you? Awesome.
Yeah. So today, you guys, what we're going to do is we're going to share a little bit about our stories, how we got started, and then we're going to share a little bit more of the business side of things and what that would look like if you were to join us. And then after that, we'll explain like how you can join if that's truly something that you want to do. So I'll just kind of explain how I got started first. I'm going to hold it together because this month is kind of a rough month for me, but if you've been following me on social media, you probably know that one of the biggest reasons that I started is because my dad got really sick and he passed away. And I wasn't taking care of myself. And I just got to a point where I really, really, really wanted to get healthy again. And I reached out to my coach because 6 years ago, I had done a boot camp with her. And I got amazing results from her boot camp. And she said, hey, do you want to coach? And I said, actually, I just finished grad school. I'm going to become a social worker. Thank you so much. And then I went off on my way and lived life a little bit and found myself thinking about what she had said and thinking about how coaching could really help me really get healthy again, because I had access to the workouts. And I just remembered thinking those girls who were on that team, they really supported each other. They really came together. And I just felt like I needed that community. And I really wanted something to push me more because I was really struggling. I was really not taking care of myself, and I wasn't grieving in a healthy way after my dad passed away. And so he had passed in January of 2017, and a year and a half had gone by, and I just really felt like it was time to reach out. And that's when I started coaching. I reached out to our mentor, Kelsey, and I said that I wanted to be a part of this and really help myself get back on track. And I initially started mainly for myself. Like I said, I really wanted to hold myself accountable. I wanted to get my health back. I wanted to stop feeling that dark sadness, that hole. And it really, really changed my life right away. If you go back to some of my posts when I started, it was like a light bulb had gone off. I just felt so connected with these women. And that's how I met Christy. Christy and I would have never met otherwise. She and I live in completely opposite places. And we started going, and I started being able to help other people. And so I thought, maybe I will do this coaching thing. Initially, I just did it just to help myself. And then I started seeing other women saying, thank you for sharing your story. You're helping me. And it gave me this momentum, and it gave me this feeling of purpose and this feeling that I was fulfilling this piece of myself that I wasn't able to do with my current job and my current situation on my own. I'm sorry, I'm getting kind of teary-eyed, but that's just that's just the real of what really happened. And so, as things kind of went on, I just kind of felt this fire of being able to help people. And it was really exciting to be able to do that. And as we kind of move along, you have more and more people you're able to help. And through that, you're able to build an income through just helping people. And which is incredibly amazing that you can not only help yourself with your health, but now I'm able to help our family with our debt. We used it to go on our trip to Austin, Texas, and I got to see my girl, Christy. We planned to visit there, and she lives not too far from where we were, and we met up, and it was so nice to be able to meet someone that I connect with so well in person. And we're going to see each other again in July. We have this big conference, this health conference that we're all going to, so that's really fun and exciting, but I'll probably stop there. I think I gave you guys an earful, but that's how I got started. And I'll let Christy share how she got started because her story is incredible as well.
So I love your story. I feel like I learn something new every single time I hear it. I'm like, was I not listening well the first time? Did I miss something? But it's just such a great story. So I started my journey a little over 3 years ago. 3 years and 4 months ago. So almost 3.5 years. And basically, I was just in a really rough place. I was tired all the time. Every time I took a picture, I was like, oh gosh, I got a bad angle. Like, that was a bad angle. Like, I had not recognized how unhealthy I had become at that time. And I knew that I needed something for myself, but I didn't really know what it was. And basically January of that year, I had made a commitment that I was going to do something that year. I just didn't know what it was going to be. And it's funny because I don't know if y'all watch Fixer Upper, but Joanna Gaines
Love them.
did a 21-day challenge in February. And so one of my girlfriends at work, like, I was telling her about that. And basically I just was going to try to move my body for 21 days. It didn't matter what I did. If I went for a walk or if I went ice skating one day with my daughter, like, all of the things counted. And I finished up that little challenge. And then one of my girlfriends from work brought me this set of DVDs. And I have called it VCR tapes, you guys. That in my stories before, I'm like, it's not VCR tapes. It was a DVD. And she's like, I think you should try these. And I was like, I don't know about that. And I took them home and I got them out and I looked at them. And you guys, the more you get to know me, the more you'll know I'm a little bit OCD. Like, I'm a planner person, like, by heart, and everything I do, I plan. And so my first thing, I was like, oh my gosh, well, there's not a schedule in here. So, like, I go back to work and talk to her about that the next day, and she finds the schedule and gets it printed up, which I don't even know what Beachbody is at this point. Like, I just know she's handed me this set of DVDs and I've got to do something with them. So printed me up a schedule and I pushed play, you guys, and I never looked back. Like, it was hard and I was really, really out of shape. I lost over 40 pounds. I have a complete transformation from the inside out. Like, it was just a really amazing thing that she did for me, because had she not brought those DVDs, I never would have ended up where I am now. And what's funny is my story, I didn't start with a coach. I started with a friend's package of DVDs. And I used those for like 8 months. It was a 4-month program and I did it twice through. And then you like to have new things, which is one of the things I love about BOD, is that we have all of the things. And then I just signed up for a BOD account, and then I started hunting for a coach because I heard that they were out there, and I actually hunted my coach down. No, not really, but I searched for her. Like, she didn't know me. She wasn't following me. She didn't reach out to me. I was actually following several big coaches, and just her story caught my eye, and I was like, hey, I want to sign up under you. So, and then I started coaching. So way into my journey, I didn't start coaching until like I found a coach, and then I wanted the discount for all of the supplements. So, because I like a discount. But then I like to help people, and I've so loved getting to help people. And honestly, that was never in my agenda at all. I had a friend that asked me, hey, what are you doing? I need to know what you're doing. And that's how my coaching journey started. If she hadn't have asked me, I don't know if I ever would have really started running groups or doing that. So it's just interesting how all of those little pieces fell into place for me. Like, it was all about the timing, and it was perfect timing for me in all of those instances. So, and I love it. So I'm a teacher at heart. So being able to teach people about just working on themselves from the inside out, because that's what I've done. It's not just about losing the weight. It's not just about eating healthier. It's not just about having that time to myself. It's a big picture. So
I think that's why I love it so much, is it just really encompasses everything that you're talking about. So part of what we do is we're working on our personal development, which is we're reading material or listening. I listen to books that really just talk about working on yourself and working on your positive mindset, which is part of why my Instagram name is Mindset and Movement. It's funny, Diamond, I would have never met you if I wouldn't have done coaching, because I didn't have Instagram last year. I just got it just so that I could help other people and I could reach out in another platform. So I started with 0 people. So if anyone is thinking, if anybody is thinking about this and they're like, well, I don't know anything about social media, or if they're thinking, I don't really feel comfortable talking to people, Christy and I are probably 2 of the most anxious people in real life when we first started this. And we had to get over those fears. And I feel so much more confident, and I just feel so much better about life in general, because I'm using that personal development. I'm pushing through those fears of being able to talk to people about this, because in my head I know if I can make one extra person feel the way that I do now through this, then I'll be doing a good job, you know? So I feel very lucky to have kind of run into this, because like Christy, I actually ordered DVDs off of an info commercial late at night when I was in grad school, because I was putting on all this weight from writing papers. And then after I graduated grad school, my dad got sick. And so I really needed that community. But it started with the DVDs on the info commercial.
which program did you start with? I'm just curious.
I saw Turbo Fire on an info commercial.
Okay, so you started with Chalene too. So I did too, but it was Chalene Extreme.
That's what I was thinking.
Which they tease me about loving it so much now, but it is an amazing program, and I have had so many of my customers do that program. It is a great beginner's program.
Yeah, I need to do that one.
It's really great. I keep saying I want to do the whole thing over again, but they keep coming out with new stuff, and then I want to try the new stuff. So I'm having a hard time getting back to where I started. So
do you want to go over a little bit about what your workday looks like? Absolutely.
So one of the things that I love about this business is that everything that we do, well, I say we. Tanya and I both are very similar. That's why we run these calls together. But we run our businesses in pockets of time. So if we were doing this full time and we didn't have full-time jobs, we would run this completely different. But we both have other careers, and this is an additional career that we have that we love, but we get to work it in pockets of time. So for me, I start my day off helping other people by helping myself. And it's really an amazing journey because I get up early. I go and I do my personal development. I do my daily devotional. I do my gratitude journal. I have my quiet time. I read some business personal development sometimes. So my morning is really just for me. It's for me to connect and to get moving and to get going and just to be filled with the things that I need to be filled with to bring more joy to my day. And I have realized, first of all, I've always kind of been a morning person. However, the older I've gotten and the more people that I have 2 kids now, the less of a morning person I became. And I just wanted to sleep and I wanted to snooze and I felt like I needed as much sleep as I possibly could get. But when I started this journey with our team, I realized I kept thinking I needed all that extra sleep, but what I really needed was self-care and to be taking care of myself. So as far as the self-care goes, I try to get to bed at a good time, and then I get up in the morning and take care of me. I do my workouts in the morning, and I get together with our team. And then as far as my work, often I connect with people in the mornings and add to my community. Work on, hold on just a second. I think, is everybody muted? Here, I'm just going to mute everybody real quick. Well, not you, Tanya, because we're talking, but, and that way, for me, I'm able to connect with people in the mornings. And then as far as the community goes, my community, so Tanya and I both have our own groups that we run. And so I connect with those people in the mornings too. So we share that we worked out and, we share our nutrition with each other. So there's different things that you can share and every group is different, but different people share different things in our groups. So, and then as far as the rest of my business hours throughout the day, maybe at lunch, I work a little bit. But most often I work in pockets of time in the late afternoon and evening. Like if my kids are at art class, I sit and work for an hour and connect with people. Like right now, my kids are with their dad in the other room, and so I'm connecting with you guys. So it's really 30 minutes here, an hour here, 20 minutes there. So it's not like I never, and this is the truth, sit down and just work for 4 or 5 hours at a time. It's really based in pockets of time. The most time that I spend in one sitting is when I'm creating my monthly boot camps. And honestly, I'm always doing personal development then. So I'm reading and learning and then taking what I learned to put into my groups. So that's kind of how I do it for myself. So
I work kind of similar. I do pockets of time. I start my morning off by sharing what I'm doing. So when I say work, part of my work is really just sharing my journey, because I feel like in order for anyone to really feel like they know that you're consistent, to know that you're dedicated to this, to know that you are truly doing the programs, and to know that they can trust you, that you're not going to just drop like a fly, they want to see someone who's showing up consistently. And so that's why that's part of why I think I've stayed healthier, is because I am showing up, and I know that if I don't show up, people are going to notice that. And they're like, hey, where were you? And so you'll notice I do my morning music in the mornings, and I do my gratitude, and I do my workout. So part of my work is sharing that and getting my workout in. And then part of it is maybe at lunch for a little bit. I usually work in the evening between like 8 and 9 is usually a busier time, or 9 and 10. That's usually when I would work. And it's usually like 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, because I get distracted and I have to do short little snippets. And then I will work on the weekends if I have some free time or if I'm not traveling. But if I am traveling, I maybe share about my traveling experience in my stories, and I might post, but I'm not going to be sitting down and and putting in a lot of time because I want to be present with my family. But everybody coaches a little bit different. And I just do that so they can kind of see like my personality and really connect with me as a person. But as far as like working goes, when we're talking about working, we're really talking about connecting with people and inviting them into either a boot camp that we have going on or into the coaching opportunity like we are tonight. And part of that is when we're able to help somebody get started, you make a commission off of that. And so when we're putting in our work time, we're not getting like an hourly wage or a salary, but you're able to make a commission off of someone hopping on in. And then as people continue to be with you, as they're with you, you also make commissions down the road. The really cool thing is that Christy and I, although we've created income doing this, that hasn't been our main goal, and we're still able to see success. My biggest goal each month has been just to help 3 to 5 new people get started either with something or in the boot camp, or if they want coaching. But I really didn't start really kind of sharing my coaching journey until more recently because I was scared to. I was scared people would think that I'm only doing this for the income. But in reality, what I found is the coaching is what really keeps me consistent. And I feel like if I don't share about that, I'm not really doing you guys justice only by sharing our accountability groups, which are great. But I truly feel when someone has the coaching opportunity, you're able to really be dedicated and consistent because you want to be able to help other people. And so you're going to model that behavior. And so that's why I want to share that with you guys, because that way you have that chance. Otherwise, I feel like I'm just holding on to this gift, something that helped me so much last year, and then I'm going to hold on to it and not share it with anybody. That would just be rude, you know? So, but yeah, I'm trying to think of if we're missing anything on like the working piece. Sometimes we do have trainings periodically that you can choose to attend. Like the cool thing is you are the CEO of this when you get started. You pick and choose what you want to do and what you don't want to do. You set your own hours. You really create the speed that you want to move this for. So if you just want to work on yourself and share, you can do that. If you really want to recruit and help people get started, you can do that. So that's what's really cool is you pick how fast and how slow you really want to move things. It's really up to you, and you create your schedule, you know?
That's one of the things I love the most about it, and I think why we work so well together too is because we have some of the same type of goals. Like our goals are truly to help other people and to help ourselves grow as we're helping other people grow. And it's like she said, it's not just about the money. It's not about getting that weekly paycheck. It's truly about a vision of helping others on their journeys to wellness and to give the gift that we've been given. And I always think so many times, like, what if my friend had not brought me those DVDs? Like, what if I had not had that opportunity? And where would I be today? And I go back and I look at those pictures. And I mean, my daughter tonight, it's a perfect example. So we get weekly meal plans. And tonight I tried one of the weekly meal plans, and not everybody loved it. It wasn't the best. Not every meal can be a hit, right? It was fine. However, her words were, she didn't love it, but she's like, Mom, I just love that you cook healthy for us and you try new things and you care about what we're putting in our bodies now. Okay, she's 9, you guys.
That's awesome, Christy.
And it's just teaching them the foundations of eating well. You guys, I was so unhealthy, but my people were unhealthy. Like, my people were used to going to Sonic all the time. They were used to going to fast food. They were, not that I'm saying anything, trying to name drop Sonic, but, we were eating a lot of fast food. We were eating out a lot, but what we were eating out wasn't healthy. And we still eat out a lot, but we know what we should be ordering and what we should be eating whenever we're out. So, and we also have tools that have helped us, like our Conquer the Kitchen meal plans have been a lifesaver for us, not only health-wise, but financially. You guys, I just beep, beep, beep. This is what I'm ordering. And it's ordered and it's done. And instead of going through the grocery store and I'm like, what am I going to make this week? Oh, I'm going to make this. I'm going to make that. I'm going to make, and then all of a sudden end up with all of these extra groceries that you don't ever cook, you never make. Not that I'm saying that doesn't ever happen anymore, because there is no perfection here, people. So, however, it's gotten much better and it's much more cost effective for our family as well. And they're trying new things. Like my 5-year-old that hates really anything healthy. I mean, give her any type of carbohydrate and she is like ready to go. Like she eats broccoli. Well, I made broccoli all the time, but the Conquer the Kitchen menus taught me how to make broccoli and boil it, which I had never boiled broccoli before. She loves broccoli now. She eats broccoli all the time. She asks for broccoli all the time. Well, it just little things like that I've learned along the way, which, I mean, I wasn't going to boil broccoli and I wasn't going to bake shrimp either. Like, I love all things shrimp. Never baked a shrimp in my life until these menu plans. So it's just learning new techniques, learning how to cook in different ways, and learning just a healthier way of living and teaching other people the same. But we're given that tool and you're given that tool too. So to share with your teams and your people. And that's one of the things that I love is that we are on a team that our team is called, our coach is an elite coach, which just means she has helped a ton of people. She's in the top 30 in the network, I think.
Something like that. Out of 400,000 people, if that gives you.
So they put a lot of time and energy and resources into helping us so that we can help you. And that's one of the things that I have found such a blessing, because those tools and resources are there to help you get started along the way, just like they were there to help Tanya and I get started whenever we started our journey. We have so many different things where you'll never be alone. We have pods where people are teamed together at the same level. So say you are going to be a discount coach. Well, you're in this pod with people that are like you. If you're going to really want to be running your business more and working a little bit differently, well, you're going to be put in a different pod together with people that are in the same place that you are in your business. And this is just another way for us to be able to help you, but you're also able to help other people and learn how to help other people. So it's really a great system that they have set up. And it's been so helpful and encouraging to me, but all of our new people that have been brought in, they realize that, these tools aren't available on every single team. Every team is different, so every team probably has something. But this team has a really unique set of tools and great leaders. Tanya is a great leader. She has a great team, and just being able to help other people. So you'll never be alone. That's one of the things that I've never felt alone when I've been on this team. So, because you find somebody that you click with, and that's one of the things that the pods are good for too, is building another area of community. So.
And there's, I don't know if we mentioned this, but there's like a mentorship program. So if you're thinking, I have no idea where to even begin, there's like a step-by-step mentorship to help guide you along, and you can take it self-paced. You can go as quickly or as fast. I think some people can finish it in a few days. Some people, if they want, they can take them a few weeks. Just depends on what you want to put into it, but it will guide you so that you don't feel like you have no idea what to do or where to start. It'll go through everything from like how to know about the products to how to work on social media. But the biggest thing I would recommend is just like really focusing on working on yourself if you really want to do this, because that's what's really going to inspire other people,
For sure.
So, yeah. Was there any questions that you guys had before we move on to anything specific?
No.
Yes. When you say products, what does that mean? Like besides the life coaching and stuff.
So the company that we work for is Beachbody, and they have a wide variety of products. And you don't have to use them all, and you don't have to stock any products. So it's not like there are some companies where you have to purchase the products and then you send them out, and you don't have to do that at all. Basically, they have a website, and you can pick and choose what you want. To say like an active coach, to be able to make they call this like a cycle bonus when you have people under you, but to make these extra bonus cycles, you just have to have what they call 50 personal volume points, or it kind of stands for like 50, it's equal to about $50 a month of what you either spend on yourself or someone buys from you, which is really easy to do once you get going in all of this. But you don't need to do that until you start hitting the ranks. When you first get started, it's just, you can try anything that you want, and we have packages set up for you. There's a package where you can get the workouts and the superfood shake that we drink. You can get just a nutrition program if you want, and the superfood shake, or you can get a combination of both things. And there's more things out there, but that's kind of the simple way to think about it, is more workout or nutrition or both. Christy, would you explain it any differently in case I'm...
No, I would explain it pretty much the same way. The one thing that I do like to remind people, though, is that there's tons of different packages available. So it's not just, when I send out an email to somebody and explain to them, here's a few options. Well, these are my favorite options, but there's tons of different options. Basically, they're called a challenge pack. And, there's such a wide variety of it's the Body on Demand programs, but different programs come with different tools. And a couple of my very favorite programs are actually on sale this month for $20 off. And one of my favorite ones is the 80-Day Obsession Challenge Pack. And not necessarily because I think people should do 80-Day Obsession to start with, but because it comes with so many awesome tools. If you're not majorly concerned about going through the nutrition program, it's a great challenge pack to purchase, because you get several of the bands, you get the sliders, and you get the containers. Plus you get all of the information about 80-Day Obsession, which really shows you a lot about part of a nutrition program. It's like a piece of the nutrition program that's out. So there's lots of different options. Our nutrition program, like Tanya said, basically you're either picking one, the other, or both. And basically the 80-Day Obsession Challenge Pack, for me anyway, is one that I have a lot of people get. And then the one that is the Nutrition Plus Body on Demand. And that's really for people that really want to dig in on your nutrition. That Portion Fix program truly is an amazing program to go through. So that is how I lost my weight, and I believe in it 100%. I know that it works. I've seen it work. I've seen it, my customers use it and work. So I'm a fan. But we have other programs too. So.
Oh yeah. And I just want to backtrack in case you're not familiar. Diamond, do you know what Beachbody on Demand is? Have you heard of that before?
No, I haven't. I was going to research it after, but I haven't heard it yet.
I'll go over that for you. It's basically, if you think of Netflix as like an app for tons of shows, Beachbody on Demand is like Netflix for workouts. So if you get that workout package, you don't just get one workout program. You have access to like 70 different programs. And one of those programs is called 80-Day Obsession. It's the one that Christy is talking about. But when you go to purchase like a challenge pack, they have packages that include some of the materials with that program. You don't necessarily have to get that. You can just get that app with the shakes if you wanted to.
Right.
She's just saying that the challenge pack that comes with all the materials is fantastic, because if you ever move into wanting to do that program, you are ready, set to go with all the material that you would need. And it is a fantastic program. I've done that program as well. But Beachbody On Demand is just that app, and you can go into it and you have access to every workout program.
I'm going to show y'all how it kind of works.
Those are all different workout programs.
So those are, and then it also goes by the trainer. So if you wanted to just pick a trainer, all these different trainers are here, but all of the different trainers have different types of programs that you can use. So one of the programs that I was talking about was with Shalene Johnson. Well, then it shows all her different programs. So it's a neat thing. You can do it from your phone. You can do it from your computer. If you have Roku, Kindle Fire, or Apple TV, you can stream it from an app on your television. So there's lots of options. I have the app on my iPad. I actually have a TV in my office at work. One of my business partners was getting rid of years ago, and I took it so that when my kids were at the office with me, they could watch TV. Well, I have the on-demand app on there now, and so every once in a while on my lunch break, I'll shut my office door and just get in a quick cardio session. So it's definitely something that you can take everywhere with you. The other thing that's great about having it on the phone is, I had told y'all that I work in pockets of time. Well, before I worked doing Beachbody as a coach, I actually, while my kids were in art class, I went to the back of the art studio outside, because it's in a big warehouse, and I would push play on my phone and sit and work out while my kid was in art for an hour. So, you know, having such great access really gives you no excuses. Like, I even used to carry a $5 yoga mat in my trunk and would do yoga outside of the studio. So it's definitely something that can travel and go with you everywhere, including vacations, including if you're going to your parents for the weekend, if you're just going for an overnight. They travel with me everywhere that I go. And I don't have any excuses anymore, because I used to have lots and lots of reasons why I wasn't going to do it. So.
Yeah, I went to Michigan a couple weekends ago, and I was able to do the workouts in my hotel room. I brought them to Alaska, where the reception was horrible, but I had downloaded some workouts when I was at a coffee shop one time so that I could use them at the house, the Airbnb that we stayed at last August. I was in Alaska for a wedding, and so that's why we were there. But it's really, really nice, because that app overall is like $8.25 a month when you break it down. So it's really, really inexpensive when you think of like per month what it actually costs you compared to any other gym. But you have a variety of trainers that will get you results versus going to a gym and doing the same thing over and over and not really seeing those changes that you want. Or not really being sure like what to do next when you've hit a plateau. So that's why I love the programs, and I talk about it in my stories all the time about how we need to challenge ourselves and change things up. Well, these trainers do it for you. You just pick a program, go through it, and then you can hop on to the next program, and that way you're always getting challenged and changed, or changing things in a different way. And that's how you're able to see the results, and that way you don't get bored. I love it. I use a Roku, so I stream it on my TV, or I'll use my phone. It's been so nice, because I work out in the morning too, and I used to have this excuse. I didn't want to drive in the winter because I live in Illinois and it snows and the roads are horrible, and I would come up with all these excuses not to go to the gym. And so it's so nice to just click play right in my home, and then I'm able to get my workout in, and I'm sharing it online, so I have this extra accountability as well. So it's been really, really helpful for me.
Yeah, me too, because no excuses. And being a mom of two, my excuse was that I didn't want to get up at 5 o'clock and leave them at the house and, my husband's at work, what am I going to do with them? Or I didn't want to go work out after I picked them up from school and drop them off in the gym daycare. So now I either get up before they do or on the weekends. Like my 5-year-old told me the other day, Mommy, I got to get up a little bit earlier so I can make sure and get my workout in before I start the day. And like, they know she has little 1-pound weights. Like, they realize that this is important. Now, are they getting the kind of workout I'm getting? No. I mean, they're 5 and 9, but they understand the importance, and I'm able to be an example to them instead of not being an example, which I definitely was. I felt like I was not being a good example for them. Well, Charlotte was just a baby, but whenever they were little, and realizing, they see the importance of a healthy lifestyle. And that's what I want to show them. It doesn't matter I've lost 5 sizes. It doesn't matter that, I feel better in this bathing suit. It's about so much more than that for me. It's really about just showing them a better way of life so that they'll be healthier, and hopefully I'll be able to teach them these things and they won't struggle like I have in my adulthood, because it has been a struggle. It really has.
It's so cool that you say that, Christy, because there are so many moms on my team that have little ones that they're stay-at-home moms, and their little ones they might do it during nap time, but sometimes their kiddos are up and they're working out and their kids see it and their kids want to be active with them and they're doing like their own little movement. But you guys, it just melts my heart to see that, because then you are teaching your kids how to be active and healthy, because I work with middle schoolers who are not that way, and they hate moving and they hate walking, and it's so nice to see the parents model that in the home, and the kids love to be active with them. You're leaving a legacy of health behind, and you can't, those habits are ingrained when you're a kid. And if you're teaching those healthy habits from the beginning, it's going to be so much easier for them to have energy and just feel good as an adult and not be worried about trying to figure it out like we did,
Exactly.
the last.
Well, and that's how I was raised. And, I went outside and played and all those things, but I was not raised as an athletic person. I did not do athletic things. I was a ballerina. I did ballet for years, but like sporty. I wasn't sporty, and I always felt like I couldn't be sporty. I felt like I couldn't lift weights. I couldn't run. I couldn't, because I told myself those things. And then realizing as a 42-year-old now, wow, I can do all those things because I want to do those things. I think just shifting your mindset and being able to tell yourself that you can do things. Perfect example. And I was telling my coworker, who is the one that brought me the DVDs today, I was like, man, and I go through seasons, you guys. We all go through seasons. Tanya and I were talking about this earlier, that I'm like having a rough June. And this morning it was push-up time. I know I can do push-ups, not on my knees. For the last month, I have been I'm just going to do them on my knees. Why? Because I'm, a little bit lazy. I mean, just truly, that's just me right now. And so today, when I was doing my workout, I was like, get up and do your push-ups. Now, am I looking like Shanti doing my push-ups? No, but I can do a push-up, and I did all of my planking and push-ups not on my knees this morning. And it was just one of those things that's like, I know I can do it, but I have to believe in myself, and I have to tell myself, hey, you're going to do that. Just like I have to tell myself, hey, you're not going to eat half of that chocolate cake, or hey, get out of the pantry. You're not really hungry. You're just stress eating. So, it's a lot more than just, I'm going to push play. It's about shifting that mindset and being able to tell yourself that you can do things instead of I can't do things, because telling yourself you can't do stuff over and over and over again, you believe it. And I used to believe all of those lies. And now I'm like, okay, I can do it. Like this morning, I knew I could do, and I'm sore. Y'all might see me wiggling around in my chair. I mean, I'm sore from doing my push-ups, but I got them done.
One thing I wanted to mention to you guys is if you're thinking, oh my gosh, you guys talk about running a boot camp. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'm nervous doing that. I have no idea how to do that. I want you guys to know that when you start with our team or with Christy herself, when you begin, you can start as like a challenger in the boot camp and learn the ranks if you want. A lot of times when I have someone start, I'll do it that way. Can you hear me okay, Christy?
Yeah, you're a little staticky. And I was wondering if it was my computer or if it was you. Are you there?
How about now? Am I still?
I think that's better.
I can log in through my phone.
No, it wasn't bad. It just, it just.
It's really staticky, so I was just going to log in through my phone and then I'll log off on here. Are you guys frozen?
No, are you?
No? Okay. Am I still staticky?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. You guys are static. It's this old computer. I just need to get rid of it.
You're okay.
Okay. You guys are delayed a little bit, so that's why I'm like pausing. And so what I was going to say is if you do sign up with coaching, you can join, like say you sign up with me, I allow them to be a challenger in the group to get to know it, and you can invite into that group if you'd like, or you can help lead it with me. So you don't feel like you have to create your own from the beginning, unless you really want to. Then you go, girl. If that's what you want to do, like you go with it. But if you feel like you really need that support and to link arms and to do it with somebody, like that's what we're here for. So if you feel more comfortable just being a challenger and just learning the ropes, that's totally cool. If you're like, I think I could help you lead this, then I would be like, all right, let's do it. And if you have questions, we can learn as we go, because that's how I started. Was I had done the challenge group, 6 years ago. And so when I said, I'm ready to do this with you, I really want to help myself stay accountable. She's like, all right, let's lead the group together. I was scared out of my mind, you guys, scared. And I decided to go with it, and I just went, and I kind of just learned as I went. And it was the best thing I could have done, because if you sit and try to learn everything first, there's so much to learn. You just got to learn as you go, keep on moving. Because it's like any other job, like the job, my school social work job, I'm still learning new things as I go along. And this company is not any different. You'll continue to learn new things as you go through it. So I recommend, if you're thinking about coaching, try to learn as you go, and don't be scared to kind of move forward and take some action steps. Because if you wait until you know everything, you're going to be waiting a long, long, long time.
Yeah, because I don't know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. We got a lot to learn always, in all areas of life too. That's just life in general.
Mm-hmm. My computer's being a little funky. Is there anything else that you think that we should cover?
No, I think that we're good, unless you guys have any more questions. We're here to answer. There are no wrong questions, or just an open thing. It kind of sounds like a frog.
I know.
I think Kermit is with T.
What was that?
I said, I think Kermit is at your house. Kermit the Frog.
I'm so sorry, you guys. See, you don't need the top of the line things. It still works.
And it brings humor to the conversation.
Yeah.
No more questions?
No.
Okay.
None that I have right now, but if I do, I'll definitely, I'm sure I'll write it down and I'll get to you.
Yes, so if you guys come up with some questions, you have our emails or know how to reach out to us. So please do so. And we are here for you to answer any questions you might have. And we would love to have you join our team. So
Thank you so much. It was very nice. I like this. I enjoyed the call.
oh, well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I love your name. You've got a great name.
Thank you. Yeah, I would probably do the mentorship one because I don't know what type of best fit would be for me. And I know I would like to get something that I feel comfortable with. So I guess once I figure that out, then I'll be able to kind of sell it because it's me. So I just need to find the fit because I don't know. I guess I can do fitness, but I don't know. I need a coach for fitness myself. So I'll definitely maybe join your group instead would be good. Thank you.
And the video is a little bit delayed, but we can definitely chat after this call sometime too. It sounds like you're starting exactly where we started too.
Yeah, sure.
I don't feel like I knew everything about fitness. I felt like I still feel like I need a coach. I love the trainers and the videos. So you were right on the money. Like you're gonna fit in just fine. That's where we started too.
It is where we started. And that's one of the best things about this is the community and that you have your coaches training you because all of these people are personal trainers. Like everybody that is running these video programs, that is what they're doing. They're not just a person imitating a workout. Like they are personal trainers. They have done this for a living and are really good at it. And there's a lot of different styles. So, you know, if you like somebody just kind of yelling at you, well, you've got that. If you like somebody that just wants to gradually show you how to do something, you have that. If you have somebody that you just really need to feel motivated, there's trainers that are super motivating. So there's a huge variety. So there is a lot of things for a lot of different people. And that's one of the things that I love the most about the programs is the variety, because some days I just need somebody like Tony Horton to just kind of tell corny jokes and kind of grouch at me to get stuff done. Like, don't be a weenie, get it done. And then other days, I mean, I got to listen to Chalene Johnson. Like there are days that I'm in the middle of a huge program, but I push play on a second workout because I need to hear what she has to say. I need to hear her motivate me and encourage me in a way that works for me. So I just want y'all to understand that there is a huge variety of trainers and styles that maybe will fit your needs as well, just like they fit ours. So for sure.
And the app is $8.75, $800, or $8.75 a month.
Oh no. So there's a lot of different packages. So it averages out to $8.75 a month, but you can buy a 3-month, a 6-month, or an annual subscription. So that's how it works out. So, and then there's also, like I was talking about, the challenge pack. So you can also do the annual subscription with a nutrition challenge pack if that's something that interests you. Or there's also, if you really want the body on demand for just 3 months to try it, but you want a nutrition program, there's something like that. So there's a lot of different options for you to choose from. It's just really what your needs are most and what tools you need to get started. And there's lots of different programs that come with lots of different tools that you can use in different programs. And like I was talking about the 80-day Obsession Challenge Pack, one of the reasons why I love that package is because the containers come with it, but the sliders come with it that can be used in PiYo. And the sliders can also be used in 80-day Obsession, but they can also be used in a Little Obsessed. So, and the same thing with the bands. The bands can be used in the new 21-day Fix Extreme program. So a lot of the tools that are sold in some of the different packages can actually be used in multiple programs. And that's one of the reasons why I recommend those other programs, packages, because that way you'll have the tools to do multiple programs if you chose to do those. And those happen to just be some of my favorite programs. Like I love A Little Obsessed. It's a 5-day program, 30 minutes a day. It's an introduction to fitness, and it's just one of my favorite beginner programs. So, but so is Chalene Extreme. So, and you don't need any of those things. So,
Okay, thank you.
awesome. But yeah, Candace, I would love to share more with you about some packages, and maybe we can talk after this and just talk about some different things, what might be best to help get you started if you need, what you need best.
Okay.
All right. Is everybody good?
Oh, I put in the little chat window that in the month of June, the challenge packs are $20 off. So in case you're thinking about saving money, I'm all about finding a good deal. So they're $20 less than what they were last month. So if you're trying to find a good time to purchase, I definitely would consider within June, because right now they have a really good deal going on.
For sure. Awesome.
Computer's here. I'm so sorry.
I mean, I have frogs all in my backyard, so it just really sounds like my backyard, except I'm in my office. All right. Don't be sorry, Tanya. It's okay. All right. Well, I am so glad that everybody was able to join us tonight. Look, we're going to do a quick little, do y'all mind doing a quick little wave? We can say goodbye to each other. Hold on, I got to get my little video. Oh. Okay, y'all watch out. Okay, everybody get ready and give a little wave. All righty. Thanks again for coming on tonight, you guys, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. All right.
Good night.
Welcome. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.
Bye.